So as I promised the last time I made my Mandalorian review, that I would go back and I would review and pretty much tell you all my thoughts on, of course, the Clone Wars and all that, sort of stuff. Which, in doing so, I also kind of shoot myself in the foot. Well, not really shoot myself in the foot. More or less, I kind of made things a lot more harder for me for a few reasons. Okay, number one, the Clone Wars. I mean, goddamn, it's literally 7 seasons, including a movie. And if you want to even get the full experience, hell, I mean, some of the storylines have been put into comics and, of course, novels. But of course, on this channel, we do not discuss about books or comics. We discuss about motion media. Okay. It doesn't matter if it's, well, damn, even a porno is really more enjoyable than reading, at least for me. But with that really being said in mind, though, as, the text messages rolling in and all that sort of stuff. Anyways, like I said before, this is once again going to be a review of Star Wars The Clone Wars. But the way we're going to do this is I'm actually going to review the final season first. I'm pretty sure this is probably not going to be the pleasant way of experiencing it, but I'm just really just trying to experiment with all these Clone Wars reviews and all that sort of stuff, because here's the way that we're going to review this, that we're going to review the Clone Wars season. I'm going to take a look, or I'm going to give you all my thoughts on the four or the arcs that were in this particular season. Like, for example, which I kind of was okay to myself first time around, because I'm really okay with myself first time around, because this is only going to be 3 arcs. Or, yeah, 3 arcs. Yeah, I know how to count. And when we go to the other Clone Wars seasons, damn, there's going to be at least more episodes that aren't really arcs, and there's going to be some that are, I should say, that are just going to be, some are single episodes that are all out of order. Even in the final freaking season, things are still out of order. Like, what the hell? I mean, because literally the way that the timeline is supposed to go is it's the Ahsoka arc, and then it's the Bad Batch arc, and then it's the Siege of Mandalore. Or maybe you want to be a little bit more technical. Maybe you could possibly say that the final scene of the Ahsoka arc could possibly maybe take place before, the Siege of Mandalore, or maybe even before, or hell, maybe even after the Bad Batch. Fuck, I don't really know. I mean, I don't know I don't know. I'm just basing this off of because Anakin is still not in the Outer Rim, and the Bad Batch arc takes place during the Outer Rim sieges. So, with that really being said, I'm going to give you all my thoughts on the Clone Wars. So, let's first start off with the Bad Batch arc. Now, we have talked about the Bad Batch a lot on this channel, and I don't have that many positive things to say about the Bad Batch. And I'm just going to make this really short and simple because I want to save all my energy towards the end. Bad Batch arc, it was okay. It was okay. Never initially liked the Bad Batch when, of course, they appear in this episode. And out of all the Clone Wars episodes, and I've seen, like seasons 2 to, 5, and then and then season 6, the Lost missions. And I mean, this is just like, it's just whatever. I mean, don't get me wrong, their concept of, clones that are, that are super soldiers and all that sort of stuff, I think it's an interesting idea. And of course, this also ties into other previous Clone Wars episodes, like, example, which, the Citadel arc, where, of course, Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Ahsoka, Rex, Cody, and Echo, and Fives, they all go to save, damn it, I forget the name of the Jedi, and, like, Tarkin is also there. So, yeah, and also Echo is revealed to be alive, and all that, sort of stuff, and, at least Echo is good here, rather than in the Bad Batch series. You know, and all that sort of stuff. But I do understand why this is here, because this does give some good character sort of attention, and it also does set up, I guess, Rex not wanting to put any of his brothers on the line and all that sort of stuff. I mean, here he's so determined to find Echo that it distracts him from the mission, and Anakin tells him that, which is ironic because that's coming from a guy who is really too close to his attachments. And well, and we eventually know what happens to him later. Oof. So, Bad Batch arc. It's okay. 5 out of 10. I'll probably give it all 5 out of 10 and all that, sort of stuff. And, yeah. And, once again, the next arc here, I'm going to go right straight through it. The Martez arc, or the Ahsoka arc. Now, once again, I understand why it's here. Ahsoka, this is basically picking up her story, where it left off, and it does kind of also put Ahsoka in a unique position where she's now not a Jedi, she's now just a common citizen, and all that sort of stuff. And she also does learn, what the normal people of Coruscant really think of the Jedi, and all that, sort of stuff. It's all interesting, and instead, we have two really shitty characters. Yeah, the Martez sisters, they're horrible. And I'm not saying they're horrible. I'm not goddamn saying that, the Clone Wars is woke, blah, 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 and all that, sort of shit. Okay? I don't mind that they're female characters, just that they're just not good characters, okay? God damn the fucking internet. But anyways, filled with hate and all that sort of stuff. But anyways, like I said before, there's some interesting stuff. There's like the Pikes that are part of part of like Crimson Dawn, or they're linked to Crimson Dawn. And of course, when you're talking about Crimson Dawn, there's also Darth Maul. So yeah, so yeah, this really doesn't really do much. So yeah, so but I understand why these episodes are here and all that sort of stuff. Okay. The Martez Arc, or the Ahsoka Arc, it's probably like a 3 out of 10 for me. The Siege of Mandalore, oh my god. When I'm really watching the Siege of Mandalore, I'm like, god damn, this is Star Wars at its best. It is Star Wars at its best. Like, I cannot tell you how good this arc is. From the animation to, of course, the action, to, the stakes. Even though we know that these characters are going to survive, you feel the stakes, and all that sort of stuff. And it's just, oh my god, if only this could have come out, like, back in 2013, or whenever the show got canceled. If only. But, I mean, hey, and I'm glad that this wasn't turned into, like, I guess, a novel and all that sort of stuff. Well, it kind of was. Then Filoni's like, no, screw that. This is how it went down. And yeah, from everything from connecting it to Revenge of the Sith, which is my favorite Star Wars movie, but that's a discussion for another day. It did everything just so damn right. From the music to, and all that sort of stuff. Kevin Kiner is the John Williams of the Star Wars animated, series and all that sort of stuff. Just everything is just, oh man, it's just really great. The art, and at the end, and all that, sort of stuff. Of course, at the end with Vader, picking up the lightsaber from the snow. A little bit of Anakin there, and then just kind of died away. Until, of course, this guy right here showed up. So, yeah, yeah, so, the final season of the Clone Wars, for what we had, it was, I mean, okay, the Siege of Mandalore is definitely the highlight of this whole season, and I'm really still upset that we didn't see any other arcs, like, the Utapau arc, with Anakin and Obi-Wan. Would have been nice to see one more arc before their eventual, before we know what their story, how their story continues, of course, into Revenge of the Sith, and all that, sort of stuff. Wish, there could have been more elaboration on Darth Maul escaping from Darth Sidious, Same thing with, same thing, I would have loved them, the Dark Disciple arc to be brought into animation. The Boba Fett arc, which we do know is canon, the one with Cad Bane where they have the shootout, the dent on the helmet. And just, I really wish there were just more arcs from the Clone Wars. And, I mean, hell, I don't know. Hopefully we can maybe see some of these arcs eventually one of these days. But I doubt, I really doubt that we'll see any more of these arcs. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm just not looking forward to the Bad Batch. I'll watch the Bad Batch season 2, but I mean, come on. So yeah. But anyways, but yes, more Clone Wars videos will come sooner rather than later. I just have to rewatch these episodes and these series, and I also have to rewatch the Clone Wars movie. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. I'll be busy. So yeah. So hopefully you all enjoyed this video, and if you did, leave a like. And the next video, the definitive next video, will be the Spider-Man No Way Home review. We got the tickets ready. Let's go.